Hello. We're back with our couch. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you saved up your questions. How this is going to go is you folks are going to type in the chat, and I am going to broadcast it for everyone to see and for you to all be embarrassed. So go ahead and ask away in chat. It would help me if you highlighted your questions if you can on Twitch, but obviously because you can't do that on YouTube, it doesn't matter. So I will just pick what I can. Forgive me if I miss some in the hubbub. But while we are waiting for chat to come in with their questions, does anyone on the couch have questions for each other or for me?
How was everybody's Thanksgiving?
That's a...
3 of us are Canadian.
Last month.
How was your Thanksgiving last month?
I got food poisoning a couple days ago, so I was pretty much bedridden for like 2 days. Today's the first day I was able to eat solid food, so that's great.
Oh.
What did you eat?
Today?
Yeah, what was your first food bath?
Salad.
Interesting
Nice.
choice.
Well, I guess that's not true. I did have like little bits of bread, but
Oh,
Bread's a solid choice. Yeah.
yeah.
literally.
Oof, I just got that. It took a second.
Oh, we got our first question, and it's about the new cover art.
Hey.
Talk about the cover, RJ. I already told you.
It's true.
I think it's fine. I'm art.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
good.
Like, well,
If anyone
also,
beefs with you, I'll beef with them for you.
yeah. Okay, so I don't. Oh, of course, my restream bot isn't working properly. Okay, so apologies, but Sly Fox Immortal asks, where did the lovely cover art come from? With an extra bonus from William Nelson saying, yeah, it's a good question to ask. So when I knew you guys were choosing to go to the volcano, I was like, okay, good. I have a bunch of things I want to do. I need to do this, but see, I haven't picked up an art pen since I was in my architecture course, and I wasn't that good because I'm deeply colorblind. So what I decided to do was to make a vague landscape with the Midjourney AI bot, and then I beefed it up with a bunch of like Photoshop stuff, right? And then of course at that point I was watching all of the discourse about AI bots being very bad, and I was like, yeah, that seems like it sucks. Maybe I won't use that cover art anymore. But then I was like, you know what, we really need new cover art, and I can't make any more myself. So I asked Star about it, and Star
I
seems
gave
to
him
think,
the okay.
yeah,
Cause,
Star
like-
seems to think that I did a whole bunch of work to it anyway, and it's a landscape, so little
Yeah,
different.
I mean, the discourse about AI art is like, if you could have hired an art, it's like you don't want to replace the work that an artist would do, right? We're not
Right.
making much, if any, money off of this show. It's not like it's for profit or anything. It's literally just for our starting soon screen. And like, I mean, you could have asked me to do it. I would have done something,
Oh
but I'm
no.
busy. So
Yeah.
like, I'm giving you the artist pass. It's like, this is kind of, I think, a good use for it, honestly. It's a time-saving method for something that is not used actively for commerce. I think that's kind of like the best use for it.
Right. Yeah. So
So-
basically, I felt bad about it, and then I decided to use it anyway.
Yeah.
Is the answer to that.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't think you have to feel bad about it. I feel like this is the best use for that kind of thing.
Mm.
It's just putting something together quick. It doesn't matter super duper much. It's just the starting soon screen. It's fine.
I can offer you some colorblind art advice.
Yes.
Try working with value rather than hue. If you put something in black and white, you can kind of get away with putting whatever colors on there as long as it makes sense when it's reduced in saturation. So
Interesting. I hadn't thought of that, to be honest.
Mm.
Such
I
as
mean, that's
such
like
is life.
something that me and a lot of other artists do is like if a piece isn't working, you turn it grayscale.
yeah,
And just kind of like look at the values instead and be like, okay, what the fuck is going on in here? Just remove the color from it for a minute and just let me focus on the actual composition.
life hack. You can just put a layer on top of all of the
Yeah.
other layers
Mhm.
with a absolute minimum saturation filter and turn it on and off as you're working to see if the colors are making sense.
Yeah.
Interesting. Dope. I will write
I'm
that
learning
down.
so much today.
I know, right? Another question. Is this going to work this time? Maybe? No. Rose Cabold asks, if your character were asked to define the word goosh, how would they answer? That's my wife. She
Alternative
decided.
quandary.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I
think
guess I
Vernon
can.
would
I'll
say
take the
it's-
lead here. I would
Yeah.
think Rathgurther would define gooshing as kind of like a splorch or a lot of this hand gesture and
Mhm.
a lot of squelching noises.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No.
You know when you step on a really ripe tomato?
Yes.
You know that experience. I think we've all had
I do that
barefoot
all the
stepping on a
time.
really ripe tomato.
Yeah. Walking barefoot over ripe tomatoes all the time.
I'm uncomfortable
Well,
with
that's
the energy
how-
that we've created in the space.
That's how real, authentic Italians make pasta sauce. Like, you know how they make wine by stepping on grapes? It's the same thing.
That was part of the
Yes.
research I did for the
Pretty
dojo.
much.
I had to
Oh,
crush some tomatoes beneath my feet to make pasta sauce.
Method actor.
does he have a particular type of tomato he likes the most, like beefsteak or what's the other one there that I'm thinking of? Starts with an R. Can't think
Red.
of it.
Roma.
Roma,
Roma.
obviously.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
The thing about it too is that tomatoes are slightly acidic, so it actually acts as an exfoliant on your feet too, so you get nice soft foot skin. You know,
Mhm.
and just try not to
Oh.
think about like what's being left behind in the.
In the sauce.
Again,
Yeah.
I'm learning so much today.
Too late. Ah. Ah. Gross.
Hey, hon, we're not having pasta tonight. Please.
I think Tim would define goosh as oh gosh. I think it would be very much like a type of like magical component. For instance, she might use goosh for her grease spell. A component that has a lot of the same kind of qualities that, you know, Rathgurther so wonderfully, yeah, that all of the onomatopoeias there.
Mhm.
Yeah, just, you know, ugh. but like magical, meh.
Magical there. Gotcha.
Bleh.
Yeah. I think the Vernon would just consider expired fruit. You know, how it gets all squishy and stuff. That would probably be what he thinks of.
Kind of like an overripe tomato.
Emery's, of course, the violent one in the group, cutting a dude in half, blood gooshing.
Oh,
Blood goosh. That sort of special goosh you get.
Yeah,
The forbidden goosh,
Watching-
if you will.
the forbidden goosh of watching a man's life force be drained out of
The
him through his
indignity.
arteries.
That's
Not only
actually
do you
what-
die, but they describe it as gooshing.
that's actually what
Have you ever
Christopher
seen
Lee
it?
said when,
Mhm.
you know, when he was making Lord of the Rings, and he was like, yeah, I you know what the sound of a man dying. That's actually how he
Yeah.
described it.
Goes,
Is
Goosh. Peter, I know what a man sounds like as he's gooshing to death.
It makes me think of that part in Wayne's World where, you know, the guy who plays Al Bundy says, like, have you ever seen a man goosh in winter? Ever see a
really
man
thought
goosh
you were
leave his
gonna
body
say-
in winter?
You
It
did this
reminds
to
me
us,
of that
Chad.
part in Wayne's World where Christopher Lee kills a man.
Christopher Lee kills
Yes.
Weird fact.
Never
Every
killed a
movie
man.
Christopher Lee was a part of, he kills a man in the background, just to keep his skills up, you know.
Mhm.
Not in Dracula.
Yeah. What did Maldris was the only one I haven't heard about the gooshing.
I think Maldros just like wouldn't understand the question and then just like slowly just like, no, I'm out.
Right, like I normally talk Sylvan.
Like, what do you-
is
like,
gooshing a thing in
goosh?
common?
No,
I don't
thank you.
understand.
What you're
Yeah.
talking about.
So you're
Just
saying
like,
that if someone ran
uh,
up to Maldris and said, "Define goosh, define goosh," they would be confused,
I mean-
or
probably
Listen.
very confused.
Next episode.
Right.
the title
Be
of
like,
this
I don't
episode
know what
has
you're
to be
talking
Define
about.
Goosh, I
Right.
think.
Oh, hey, this is a good
The
question.
left can't define goosh.
The left can't define goosh. This is a good
That
question. I'll
welcomes your
get back
documentary,
to
what is the goosh?
there is more goosh related questions I will get back to in a moment, but we've
Oh,
been slightly
no.
derailed. our lovely mod, pronouns by BioS. This is for everyone. You're all in some form content creators. Your time is clearly at a premium. What made joining this campaign worth the time investment for you? I guess we'll start with Ron because you're right above me.
Oh, okay. I thought it was really cool that I was going to be able to hang out more with Zoe and Thought Slime and Star and Jinx and J-Corn to a lesser extent because I wasn't as aware of them. But then as I got to know them better, they were all really cool people. So I was like, I am in this for the experience of meeting these folks and just having a good time. And hopefully I'm not too awkward. And I think that time has proven that no, I'm not awkward at all. Definitely not.
Uh-huh.
Cricket,
Jinx.
everyone stay really quiet.
Yeah,
right now.
yeah, right.
Oh.
Yeah.
I joined this when I had a lot more free time, and now I have like less free time. So I'm actually doing less content creation than I used to, but it's something that I really want to get back into. Yeah, that's it, I guess.
All right, Yeehaw.
I just wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I've talked about this before. I am the forever DM of my home game, and like I've never actually played in a campaign before this. I played one shots, but never in like a longer campaign. And so when JDM'd me about it, I'm like, I don't know any of these people. New friends and getting to actually play a game. What a concept! What a thought! What a dream! But yeah, I mean, to talk more about the time commitment, I mean, we play once a month.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a time commitment to just write it in my planner, hey, don't do anything Friday afternoons.
Yeah.
And I mean, I stream Friday evenings anyway. Like, pretty much as soon as this stream over is I start setting up for my Friday afternoon stream. So it's like, not too big of an ish. And I get my D&D fix, and I get to hang out and make dumb jokes about bears learning math with new friends. So that's fun. And I live by myself and I have no friends in this city. So that's nice.
You beam your friends directly into your computer.
I have friends who live an hour south of me, but I had to move because I couldn't afford to live in Austin anymore. So
Yeah. Mildred.
I have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and I do not consider time investments when making decisions. So if someone asks me to do something, and in that very second it seems like it would be fun, I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. And then later I'm like, oops. But it's okay because I can, while I play Dungeons and Dragons, I do other things, and that often involves just working quietly in the background. So
Yeah, helpful to have things to fidget on, especially in a game with so much downtime like D&D. And then Zoe.
Yes. Well, so I'm sort of a combination of everybody else's answers, which I know is a cop-out, but I too have the brain that is so yeah, time is like fake to me, and also just is fake. But that being said, I also just love playing D&D, and it is something I will always make time for. It is so much fun. And we started playing this game right as my schedule got a whole lot more busy. And so if I could do it this past year, then I know that I can, continue doing it in the future. And also sort of like the selfish answer is that this is also sort of content, because it is, like getting my name out there, getting my face out there. And it's, at least that's what I'm telling, the IRS when they ask about tax things. It's like, yeah, this is, of course, anything related to this is a tax write-off because it's work.
It is work.
Yeah.
all of my dice purchases are for work.
Yeah,
That's why you
exactly.
get the
Now
stream.
I've given you all the gift that you can now say your RPG purposes are for work. Although
Yeah,
you
and
probably
that's
didn't need
also-
for that.
Every video game you purchase, you just have to stream once, and then you
Yep.
can write it off.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yep.
That's literally what I do.
Absolutely. There's a life hack
Come at
for
me,
everybody.
CRA.
Yeah.
Come at me.
That's right.
So, but don't use
Oh.
this as evidence.
Yeah, don't use this as evidence. So I almost forgot that
For
I
legal
probably have to
reasons,
answer
this
this
is a joke.
too. I am the Samuel L. Jackson of this group. I went into everybody's end cutscenes and was like, I need to talk to you about a D&D initiative. And that's basically what I did. I wanted to do this because I'm also a forever DM, and I really like being a forever DM. So I'll DM at the drop of a hat. But more importantly, I've been like streaming and doing like little YouTube things for like 8 years, and I wasn't getting anywhere, and I wasn't liking what I was doing. So I was like, well, then maybe I'll just do what I want to do. And then I was like, okay, so what do I do if I'm streaming this game? You know what would be the best idea? If I'm going to be streaming it at all, I should probably get a bunch of like fellow content creators, because that's probably the way to make sure this thing actually works. And then I just started literally emailing people I liked. I was like, I don't know, I like Star, I like Zoe. My Jinx, you're my best friend. You want to like come and play D&D with me for the first time? Zoe, do you know anybody we could ask? Oh, Ron and you think Thoughtslime might have time? Oh, that'd be dope. And then that was it. That was it.
I can't believe you're using us for clout, Jay. Wow, he just comes right out and says it.
Oh man, I am so bolstered. You are all the clout beneath my horrible skin flappy wings.
This is the lesson people need to learn: is like shoot your shot. You know,
That's literally never hurts to ask. Like genuinely.
Yep. And I made a bunch of really cool friends out of this. I adore all of you. If I haven't said that before.
I mean, yeah, definitely like shoot your shot is a thing, because like if I had not been in the middle of a depressive funk spiral when he first emailed me, I probably would have emailed you back within 5 minutes and be like, yeah. But I was in a very, very, very bad place when you first emailed me. So I'm like, I'll respond to that eventually. And then like 2 months later, I'm like, he's probably not going to say yes at this point. And then you did. And I'm like, yeah, you got to be in the D&D.
Yeah, I was definitely in a shoot your shot sort of mood. I messaged a bunch of people about this. So
so we're just your backup plan.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
Gee.
Wow.
Yeah, initially my spot was for Markiplier, so
he's a big watcher of my stream. Doesn't leave my chat.
yeah.
Guy is the loudmouth. Won't shut up.
He has to lurk though, because if he makes
Fun
himself
fact,
known.
I actually lived in the town that Markiplier is from for a year and a half. So
Wow.
I don't know him. It's
And
just
you didn't use that to leverage it to get Markiplier on our D&D show?
listen. I always, whenever I went to the store or whatever, I always thought it would be weird. Like, what if Markiplier's mom is here and I don't know it? Not that she like shops in the clearance section of Kroger, but maybe she does. I don't know. I don't know anything about Markiplier's family.
Well, also Jacksepticeye is just out of frame.
Right.
He's always with me, but he doesn't like to be on camera. He's camera shy.
Right. He's a sweet boy.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Let's see here. Is there anything else here? There was another Goosh question. Before that happens, does anyone else have anything to ask each other on the couch first before I go back into the realm of Goosh?
So this one is a little bit silly, so forgive me, but something that I forget who, but somebody mentioned at the beginning of the stream, it may have even been before we were live, but we were talking about Infinity Stones.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, there was a quibble about Infinity Stones.
And so I have sort of, we can pick which question we want to answer, but if your character had one of the Infinity Stones, which one would they have? Or alternatively, if they had an Infinity Stone that is not one of the main 6 of them, and it was like their personal, unique Infinity Stone, what would their Infinity Stone do?
I was going to say, I stopped watching Marvel movies after the first Avengers. So.
Listen, and Star, this is like a BuzzFeed quiz style question. You can absolutely do this.
They're magic stones that can do pretty much anything that you want them to. So,
if I can just make up my own, then I'll do that. But someone else should go first.
Yeah, I would say that if you asked Rathgirther, she would say the Power Stone, but in her heart, she wants the Reality Stone so that she can warp reality, so that she is actually who she claims to be.
I have good news. I have good news for everyone. You can buy the Bulex Infinity Gauntlet for kids for $12.99 on Amazon.
That's not good news. You could use that to destroy half of all people. That's
You're telling me that Thanos could have just spent $13?
Send it to me.
What a fucking cheapskate.
Yeah, he killed all those people.
He had to murder his daughter for that fucking soul stone. He could have just gone to Amazon.
That's why he had to get the Mind Stone last, because if he had gotten it first, he would have been like, "Oh fuck,
That's right.
I can just go to Amazon."
I literally Googled the Infinity Stones. That's how I figured this out.
That's what I did too. I haven't watched any of the things like since Iron Man 2, so
I think I've seen them once, and that was it.
Fine, you can just tell me my question is bad and move on.
No. I actually have, now that I'm reading up on it, I have a good answer for this. Okay. Emery would absolutely want the time stone.
Yep.
Like, if she knew what was going to happen, she would go back in time and fuck up the person who tried to kill her before it ever happened.
Person or persons unknown.
Yeah, exactly. Or like she'd go into it prepared so that she wouldn't let that happen to her again.
I feel like Vernon would probably want the space stone, not just because of the cosmic horrors that are sure to, be coming, but also because that just seems really cool that he'd be able to travel through space and use teleportation and stuff like that, and interfere with the motion of other objects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope. Maldris. Sorry, Maldris doesn't have a lot of personal wants.
No. I don't know if I have an answer for this one.
We also, as a party, don't know a whole lot about Maldris either.
That's by design.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
I think
sorry,
Randy might want the soul stone.
Probably.
Maybe.
Yeah. She would get the stone for Randy because she doesn't have any want for the stone. She's she's a deep fey creature. She really doesn't, they don't really they wouldn't need one unless it specifically matched their wishes for something.
Yeah.
I mean, I obviously need all of them, but I've got them all already because DM powers, so.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Absolutely.
So there is
I only know that because of the meme.
So there's a correct answer for Tim, and I'm wondering if you've landed on it.
Oh, no, I was going to say that she would, because I was going to answer the second question of, if you could have an infinity stone that is not one of the main ones. Hers would just be a stone that can, make maple syrup anytime that you want so that she can always have a little snack.
I'm disappointed.
That is the cutest shit I've ever heard in my life.
I'm disappointed, I have to say, because the Mind Stone fulfills two of Tim's most precious desires. One, more knowledge. Two, ability to make robots.
Yeah.
You use a Mind Stone to make a vision.
Yeah,
you could have that. Sparks could be so fucking smart. You'd have the smartest robot dog in the world, which is all Tim has ever wanted.
Have you not seen Age of Ultron?
I didn't commit a lot of it to memory. It was a pretty bad movie.
When they have too much power, they can become evil.
He lifted the hammer, though. He's good. He's a nice boy.
Sparks McBarks, the main bad guy of the campaign.
Sparks, Sparks is the shadowy creature.
Bork.
Jay, I would never speak to you again if you turned Sparks evil.
Sparks became like Shodan.
It depends entirely on how much you upgrade. Poor Sparks.
J-Corn TV canceled over Robot Dog.
Murders Robot Dog on screen.
You go on doesthedogdie.com. Does Sparks McBarks die? No, but he does become the villain. So something you either live long enough to become the villain.
Die the dog or live long enough to become the dog.
Yeah, that's a horrible next step. Yeah, no, the DM doesn't kill the dog. He makes the players do it. It's
tasty.
No, this is some oh shit, what's that movie? The zombie movie with Will Smith.
Legend, yeah.
Because the dog, it's.
Okay, I'm gonna keep us a little bit on track just a little bit here because we actually got a slew of questions. Let's and again, I'm keeping that goosh for the big finish. We gotta, big finish goosh. Gotta.
Stop! I'm gonna cancel you myself with a baseball bat, sir.
You can't cancel me. Twitter's crumbling around us.
Jay, I just got over my food poisoning. Do not make me sick again.
Jay, how much money
all over
do
the
I
place
have
if
to
you're not careful.
PayPal you to cancel Jay in person? Unsubscribe him from
She
life.
can run to my house right now and beat the ever-living crap out of me. Okay.
Maybe.
From
Listen, money
Shouldn't have
is not
given
an
me a key,
object. How
dude.
much do you need?
that's right. She's got a key to my house. No.
I'm the backup.
How much
friend.
money do
key
you
friend.
want?
All right. From Sly Fox Immortal, real quick. Will Vernon ever reveal his crabness?
Eventually, I don't think he's going to have a choice.
Depends on how far you go. Yeah.
They just wake
Yeah.
up. The party just wakes up one morning and there's just a pile of Vernon's clothes and there's just like a little crab
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah, it's very Kafka-esque.
It's interesting this party because everyone is either like the most big, like, lays their heart on their sleeves, like or is like the most silent, like, I'm not gonna say shit, I'm not gonna tell anyone anything.
I don't trust.
There's no in
these people.
between.
There's only so much spotlight, and it's all reserved for Rathgurther and Tim, okay? And Emery as well, but like...
Emery doesn't want it though. Is the problem?
Emery doesn't want
Yeah,
to.
that's
She
the
was just
thing.
kind of like forced into it. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
fine, I'll tell you my tragic backstory. Shit.
Vernon's just like, yeah, no, I'm okay over here. Nothing going on. Oh, that's kind of weird.
Clack, 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 clack,
No,
clack.
no, everything's fine. Just keep giving your money to me. No, I'll be okay. Yes.
It's like
Would you like a scarf?
like Rathgurther gets a math equation and she gets furious, whereas Vernon is turning into a crab and it's just like, that's something to keep note of.
That's
I'll
unfortunate.
write that in my notebook for later to investigate.
Tim gets
I'm gonna have
scared
to
one
look
night,
into
wakes
this
up one of
eventually.
you guys. I don't know. I was around the corner. I just saw Vernon looking at the moon, saying like, "Do you hear the clacking too?" I'm scared.
Yeah.
God.
The clacking in the night. Okay, that's a pretty good way to derail that. Sam asked us another question. It's sort of a little bit of a twofer, but it kind of goes on to the content creator question earlier. The first part of the question is going to be pretty easy. Do you feel like your reputation as content creators has changed the way you play or present on screen here as opposed to if you were playing in private? I think that's a pretty easy no from everybody. We joined this to be a big giant ball of chaos crew. So by and large, I think everybody, again, speak up if yes, you are absolutely putting on a show for the camera, as it were.
Surprise. I'm not actually an anime girl.
I don't want to
Probably
say
more
anything.
subdued.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything, but off camera is always really mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want to say it, but it had to be said.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm a bitch.
This is my out. I'm blinking twice
I
to be
can't even
saved.
take myself seriously when I say that.
No, you did the perfect mean girl voice. It was adorable, and it would have been perfect if you didn't start laughing immediately after. I'm not a bitch, okay? I throw bees at people. That's where the bee in my name comes from.
You're the one that got arrested for throwing bees at cops.
Yeah.
Pocket bees, yeah.
Well, no, listen, I've been thinking about this for weeks because I saw a TikTok the other day of a dude who found like a nest of ground wasps and he was just sucking them up with a shop vac. And I'm like, okay, well now you have a shop vac full of bees. What
Honestly,
are you gonna do with
that's-
that?
Honestly, that is actually one of the solutions to like
Yeah. Weaponize it though.
wasps and stuff. Because then you can like open it up.
Think of that meme.
My
Whoa,
suitcase full of
wasps be
bees.
upon
I'll have to
me.
take care of
Wasps
that.
be upon ye.
Right? You become a biblical plague shooter at that point. You open the door and a bunch of Mormons are there or something. I love Mormons, by the way. Hi, people. But then you can just
Fun
shoot
fact.
bees at them. You can be... Listen, I don't like people at my door in general. You can shoot bees at them. The second
You
part
have
of
a
that question.
sign on your door that says, if you knock on my door to sell me something, you consent to the bee.
Just before we
Fun
move
fact,
off
that's how they-
shooting bees,
Yeah.
are you guys familiar with Dr. Bees?
Yes.
No.
Oh my god, I've thought about Dr. Bees.
It's
in
a-
10
it's a-
years.
It's a cartoon about a superhero whose power is that he has a briefcase full of bees that he uses to solve all of his problems.
Dr. Bees.
What's this? A wholesome family picnic? Woefully underpopulated by bees? My briefcase full of bees ought to put a stop to that.
Oh my god, Zoe, you have to do a video on this. You are now
I
Dr.
mean, I
Bees.
have to now.
Yeah.
It's so on
Holy
brand.
The situation has been made worse by the addition of more bees.
More bees.
And also, just to circle back to earlier on, this also is the way that they wrangled the bees for the end of The Wicker Man, starring Nicolas Cage.
Was it a shop
Shot back.
Yes.
So they can shoot it back out at Nicolas Cage again. Listen, you
Wait,
gotta
like
read
literally?
these.
That is literally what they did?
Yeah, they got him. They got him in the helmet, and then they're like, "Okay, and here come the bees." And he's like, "No, not the bees!" It was legitimately like that's how he was reacting.
God.
Those bees are CGI.
I had one bee. I had one wasp get
That's
in
a
my house
conspiracy
last week, and I performed all sorts of unspeakable things, like trying to suck it up, like trying to tape my blinds shut, so
Summoning-
they couldn't fly out.
Summoning
sucking it up
demons
with
to
my
take care of the
handheld
one
back.
wasp in your house.
I eventually stabbed it with a broom enough times that it got stuck in the bristles, and I was afforded enough time to throw the broom outside.
Oh,
Hmm.
I just threw the whole broom. I was like, "Yeet! I'm done thinking about that."
I mean, last time I had a wasp in my house, I just kind of caught it and moved it somewhere.
No, I don't. I'm traumatized.
With your
because
hands?
It's just a wasp.
I
You're
I
angry,
used to
he'll sting me,
live
but
I have wasp-related PTSD. I've never been stung, but my first apartment I ever lived in by myself, the balcony was so comically small that I never went out on it, and I had at some point a bunch of wasps built a nest about the size of my face on the back of one of my chairs that were out there. And so there's like, if you go way back into my personal locked Instagram archive, you can find a series of videos of me just freaking the fuck out and trying to like open the door without letting any of the wasps in so I could kill it with like bee spray. And they would like spray it and like go back inside and wait for them to calm down. And I open the door and then spray it and go back inside. And then they kept getting in my house.
Did you know that wasps can remember faces?
that's fun.
I did not know that.
No!
I knew that about crows, but not wasps.
No, I don't need to
So,
know
Sam, in
that.
answer to the first part of your question, no, we didn't change our any of our.
I forgot what the question was. I got
We
distracted
didn't
by it.
present. We didn't change any of the way we present for the show. No. The second part of the question, incidentally, is would we have liked more of our individual audiences to watch? Which, sure, we would love more people to come and watch. Absolutely, we would. I think. I mean, unless any of you are secretly ashamed of this show, which, after all of the Goosh talk, maybe. But
Never made a secret of it.
Yeah.
Maybe a little after the Goosh
Maybe a
stuff.
little bit after the Goosh talk, yeah. But yeah, like, listen, I think we had this conversation on Zoe B's Discord earlier in the week. I think, Zoe, you were probably busy at the time. But the idea, we were talking about the idea that actual plays aren't really for everybody. A lot of people like a more, because there is so much downtime in a D&D match, that there's a match, Jesus, session, that sometimes an edited experience is way better, or even like a dramatized summary is better for some people. But like watching a whole 3-hour D&D production is not great sometimes for some people. So yeah, absolutely, we would love more people to watch, but I mean, obviously, watch when you want. Watch what you want. We're not your parents, I think. I'm pretty sure.
You must watch our D&D show, or I will come to your house and cancel you bodily.
She's a VTuber. She can do it.
Yeah.
It's
TV
VTuber
board?
powers.
She just
We're not
she
the
just
show.
teleports to the screen.
Crawls out of the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let's see what do I got? What do I got in here?
Well, she can't do that because she can't move her arms, but she'll wiggle in that direction. You know?
I will wiggle menacingly towards you.
It's scarier than it sounds. You really
Yeah,
gotta
you have to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I don't think we can hold off the Goosh questions anymore.
Goosh, goosh, goosh,
Gosh.
goosh,
Here,
goosh.
pretend
Okay.
that this is a baseball bat.
All right. Where was the first one? It's so far up here.
Oh no, there's multiple.
There is. Is Goosh a general type of spell component or a brand name? Which is a good one.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good question.
That is a good question about Goosh.
I
See, a
wanna
good question about
say-
Goosh. They're a good Goosh.
Originally, I would have said like, "Oh, it's just a general term," but I love the idea that it's a brand name.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think so too.
I think it is wrong to take a word like goosh that is so beautiful and deny it to the public. If we are going to maintain it as a brand, it has to be public domain. I will not allow it to be segregated into this copyright system.
Okay.
Very passionate about gooshing.
Yeah.
It belongs to the people.
To be fair, it probably would have become a verb like Googling.
Yeah.
Yes, and it will.
Yes.
Gooshin. Yep.
I will see to that.
Hey, look, I gotta goosh this really quick. Hold on.
Oh.
It's like Googling.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
Gotta goosh this
Band-Aid.
real quick. It just becomes the verb.
Goosh
Yeah, it's like
roll.
Googling. It's like how you have like fluid ounces. Like a fluid Googling would be a gooshing.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna need elaboration on what a fluid Googling is.
Are you? Are you sure you want elaboration on that?
Yeah, by the way you say that, no, actually, I think I don't. I changed my mind.
Yep. That's an intimidation stat right there. It's a
Some
solid
knowledge was not
intimidation.
meant to be.
Forbidden
Yeah.
shared knowledge.
Well, it depends on whether you turn safe goosh on or not.
Ah!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I regret my decision to join this campaign.
That's so good. Suddenly
I know I
regretting it.
said that I thought the name of the episode should be Define Goosh, but now I'm thinking it's Safe Goosh.
Safe goosh. Yeah. I think just the
I thought
episode
it was
might
gonna
just
be
be called the
Crabitalism.
goosh at this point. Yeah.
The Mighty
Jay,
Goosh.
if you name it that, I will hack into your YouTube channel and change the name because I do have that power. That is
I'll
the power
re-upload
you
it with that
bestowed
title.
upon
I
me.
don't give a shit.
Absolutely. Yep. Re-upload.
You
just
cannot
the
silence
goosh.
the goosh.
You can't stop the signal.
I'm
This
sure
one.
as hell try.
This will be the most watched episode of what's just because of this conversation.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can't be
To
taking
finish
all
us off,
that.
nice
The
and
second
strong.
most gooshed.
Nice
Ugh.
and strong. Sam's banned chat from cast from chat. From my lovely wife comes this
Is it
this
another
nice
goosh
little.
question?
It is a goosh question.
The first one
Ah!
went really well, I will say.
Yeah. So how much goosh could a bear goosh if a math bear could math goosh?
No.
A goosh bear would
Leave.
goosh all the
Star has
goosh that
left.
a math bear could goosh if a math bear could goosh goosh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Star put the couch down just so she can move her character off screen and have a background show up. Oh.
Yeah, I do that every time. It's my anime couch. I have to have something to sit on, or else I'm just floating in the void.
Yeah.
So,
I think we have to define what gooshy math is.
Mhm.
String
I
theory?
think that
well, it
the
would be
answer
fluid
is,
dynamics, obviously.
Well, yeah, you're right. Yeah, fluid dynamics.
Obviously.
Mhm.
Which,
I-
oh, Jesus Christ. So, I think really what you need is not a mathematician here, but an engineer. So,
Yeah. I mean,
I'm woefully unprepared to answer
I
this.
do
Not that I'm a
have an engineering
mathematician.
diploma, but it is in building things, not in gooshing things.
Listen, my
Wait, you never
husband
built
literally
anything on a goosh?
his
I mean,
he
concrete.
does
Yeah.
fluid dynamic stuff.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
but
there's some calculations.
unfortunately,
I believe a goosh engineer is referred to in common parlance as a plumber.
Oh.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's what I learned off of Pornhub anyway. Yeah.
judging you.
Oh no, you goosh!
So,
That's a goosh.
It's everywhere.
It's a
What
clip
will we
from
do
Mario's
now?
OnlyFans. God.
all right, everybody, that'll do it for this episode. What's
Ah.
episode 11, the goosh.
No.
We are gonna come
It's
back.
my new ring name.
We're gonna be back
Why are you
on
like this?
December the 30th, barring some. I mean, it's the holiday month, so keep a close eye on all of our socials and stuff, which we are about to tell you because this is the most episode, like the episode 12, because it's on December 30th, is probably the most likely of any episode to get canceled just because of family stuff. So if that happens, we'll apologize and just move on to the next episode. We will have 11 episodes in the first year. And that'll be that. So as we leave, let's start off with our socials and where you can find all of us and what we relatively want to hype, starting with random person, Zoe.
I'm always so surprised. So you can find me on the YouTube, which is probably where some of you are. So if you go up there, up here to the search bar and put in Zoe B, or because we have handles now, youtube.com/@Zoe_B, then you'll find me. and I make video essays. And you also, I guess, I can sort of shout out the Discord because I'm deleting my Twitter in a couple days. So
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Something
because
going on?
fuck it, that's why. So somebody can probably share, maybe Jay can share the link to that. Jay is my wonderful mod over there, takes care of all of that because it's overwhelming. So if you want to keep up with the community and all that stuff, come join the Discord. That will be in the chat, probably.
Yeah.
And that's it.
It didn't paste on Twitch for whatever reason. Anyway, I'll do it again in a moment.
Got it. I got it.
Gotcha. Well, that's happening then. Run.
Yes. You can find me everywhere at Megaron TV. Mostly gonna be on YouTube at .com/@Megaron TV, like Zoe said, with the handles and stuff like that. But also on Twitter because I'm still there for whatever reason. And also I'm on Mastodon, which, a lot of people seem to be confused by, and I don't quite understand why. At Megaron at mastodon.lol. Probably because you have to add the URL at the end.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anywhere, just search Megaron TV. You'll find me.
Yep. Who's up next? Let me roll for it. That would be Thoughtslime.
Hello, I'm Thought Slime. If you enjoyed this episode, I would argue I have the Gooshiest content. It being related to slime and what have you. You can find me at Thought Slime on YouTube or at Scaredy Cats TV for my horror channel where I talk about Gooshy puppets, etc. You can just find me. I'm around. You know me. Same as the old G. G for Goosh.
Ah!
G for Goosh. Yep.
I'm taking like 10 points of psychic damage every time we say the word goosh. I've died like 3 separate times now.
I was gonna say you gotta be in the negatives at this point.
I'm
I'm trying to
dead.
find a way to
I'm
work
so
in
dead.
snooch to the Goosh. But
It's
someone
so-
could bring up Kevin Smith so I could sneak it in there organically. That'd be great.
Oh man, did you see that last
Causing
Jay and
me
Silent
to
Bob
Please
movie?
do not talk about sneaking in gooshes organically. That is just not.
Oh no.
I am in pain.
I
I'm
mean,
in
if I
physical
recall,
extreme pain.
almost all gooshes are organic.
Ah!
Star.
If you can't make your own
Star-
goosh, store-bought is
Star-
fine.
That's right.
I'm so mad at you.
Star, because
I'm
you're
mad at
mad
all
at
of
me.
you.
Go for it.
I am the starfish face pretty much everywhere. If there is a social media, I'm probably on it. Whether or not I use it is the question. I am currently most active on Twitter until it dies. I have started using Tumblr slightly more frequently because I never left. I'm one of those people. I have Instagram. I hate it. I'm on Twitch and YouTube. I'm one of the bad boys of the internet. I stream at the same time. And like I said earlier, I'm going to be starting another stream in an hour. We're playing, if you want to hear about people dying just so much, I'm playing AI Somnium Files after this. And
It's a weird game. Yep.
it's a weird game, and I did watch like a
love
beloved
you.
character get sawed in half last time. It was a whole thing. They did not censor it. Something
Was it part
goose
of an
jokes.
Something goose joke.
But yeah, so that's the thing. I also just released a video on YouTube today because I'm going to start doing, I do artist alley at conventions, and I'm going to start doing like video blogs and talking about it. I'm too shy to be on camera, but I'll talk about it afterwards. So that's the thing. My first one came out today, and I talked about the con for 40 minutes because it was a clusterfuck. Woo! That's it.
Nice. Okay. Jinx.
I am Wild Jinx. I'm on Twitch and YouTube and on Twitter until it dies. Wild Jinx Gaming, and then TikTok at Wild Jinx as well.
Awesome. I'm the J-Corn. You have found me. I have
The J-Corn.
the J-Corn, the only one. Don't. All the others are just pretending.
The Jake ones are available.
Will the
Yeah,
real
there-
J-Corn please stand up?
That's right. I am the TTRPG nut. Who talks about gooshing.
Oh.
I have this YouTube page and the Twitch page. Yeah, I know that wasn't good. I'm gonna just backtrack over that. Just wipe
Maybe
over
we
that
just
one
delete
entirely.
this whole episode.
Just
from
delete the
internet.
VOD. Delete the VOD.
Maybe we
VOD's
just
toast.
I agree, Star.
Mhm.
I am
According to
Pretend it
here.
Dan,
never
twice as
happened.
many Goosh references.
I
Ugh.
am in the ruins of the city called Twitter. You can find me under the same name there. I am now on Hive as well. What I don't do social media in general. It's literally just to have the name, guys, please. And then aside from that, you can find me on Zoe B's Discord or my own Discord, which the links are, of course, wherever you can find all of our links. Specifically, our website, what'sleftofus.card with 2rs.co, has all of our salient links right now. So you folks can go there and check
I'll
it out.
drop it in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's my
Wahoo.
own part.
Yeah. All right, everybody. That's it. We will hopefully see you at the end of December. And I hope you all have a very good holiday season. Say goodbye, chat.
Goodbye, chat.
Bye, Jack.
Goosh, bye, chat.
No.